Josh Free here, co-founder and president of RxFusion, here with Kevin, the company dog, to talk a little bit more about physician office dispensing. And the piece I want to talk about today is the fluctuations in the 340B program that are a result of really the Inflation Reduction Act, but also the rebate model that was put on hold. So for covered entities that were planning for the rebate model, office dispensing makes a little simpler workflow because when you're not dealing with a contract pharmacy, you've got control over the economics and the finances. And that was a confusing enough flow of dollars that a lot of contract pharmacies just carved out those rebate drugs. So if that had moved forward, if you're reliant on contract pharmacies, you just lose the dollars for those 9 drugs that were approved for the rebate model. Fortunately, the model is on hold. There doesn't seem to be any indication that it's going to come back. I personally still feel like it resurfaces at some point. There's surely some conversations going on around this, but at least at the moment, nothing seems to be happening. Although, the court did emphasize that a rebate model is not inherently impermissible under the 340B statute, but that HRSA's implementation had flaws, and that's how we ended up with it being on hold. We'll see if it comes back. Kind of related though is those same 9 drugs, and it's actually 10 drugs that are part of the Inflation Reduction Act Medicare price negotiations. Those same drugs require covered entities and others to participate in the MTF, the transaction facilitator. And even that piece in the flow of dollars, rebate dollars on those Medicare drugs, is a little bit confusing from a contract pharmacy perspective and also causes some things to not qualify. A couple of reasons why that happens, including that those negotiated drugs, pretty much all, I think all, had price increases in terms of the 340B price, which is really driven because the manufacturers dropped the list price of those drugs, changed the 340B calculation. 340B discount becomes less deep when that happens. And so on some of these drugs, depending on your fees to your TPA and your contract pharmacy, some of those drugs are now upside down and they aren't going to qualify in a winners only model. When you are in a contract pharmacy relationship, you rely on that winners only model to provide positive cash flow to your organization. Or if you're not in a winners only model, those drugs still qualify and covered entity, it actually costs you money. Creates access for your patients, but costs you money as a covered entity. And so that's not good. So if you were to take those same drugs and funnel them through a physician office dispensing workflow, you eliminate the TPA fees, you eliminate the contract pharmacy fees. And so those drugs now economically make sense for you as a covered entity. Plus, you get all the benefits of office dispensing where you directly control that encounter. Your patient is leaving the encounter with their medication in hand, faster time to therapy, all the benefits of office dispensing that I've talked about before. Now, I'll say again, you don't want to office dispense everything. Targeted program to meet your patient's needs and fill a gap, particularly if you're trying to provide charity care in a simpler way, if you need to carve drugs into your program that the contract pharmacies won't let you because of that flow of rebate dollars and some of the confusion that results there, or just to keep the transaction as a positive, which it happens in office dispensing because the fees are lower. So as these things continue to move forward, as more drugs get added to the negotiated drug list, which means more drugs that you have to submit to the MTF, or if the rebate model comes back, office dispensing is going to be a superior workflow that gives you greater control, better access for your patients, and again, still gives you those clinical benefits and convenience that office dispensing allows. I'd love to talk to you if this is of interest to your covered entity. This works really well for smaller entities that can't fund their own pharmacy, maybe don't have enough volume for it, or if you just don't want to have a pharmacy because of the operational management and oversight. We'd love to work with you if if you fit that profile, or there's other reasons why office dispensing can be a good fit for your organization. Check us out online, www.rxfusion.com. I hope to hear from you.